Welcome to a two-part series on how to master your mindset. This is going to be your chance to start to dig into the pillars of high performance. I want you to gauge and have an understanding to see whether or not you're on the path to success and fulfillment. We're going to talk about why that's important to have both. So in terms of it being a two-part series, we're going to talk about the foundation today, and we're going to go into the tips on the next episode. So you're going to have to check it out and make sure that you listen to both. My name is Charlotte Fro, and I'm a certified high performance coach. I have the absolute pleasure of coaching people around the world, being part of their journey and their process as they up-level their lives to a place of success and to a place of fulfillment. So we're going to start to break this down because it's a little complicated, right? I mean, we all want to be happier. We all want more financial abundance, most of us anyways. A lot of us, are clear on some of the goals that we have in our life, but we don't always get there. And there really are certain steps that need to be taken in order for that to be the end result. And the reason why I say success and fulfillment, because oftentimes I will see somebody have major success in one area of their life, but it's at the compromise of many other areas of their lives. So as an example, sometimes somebody can be incredibly successful in terms of career, but the other areas of their life are suffering. They're not able to, be connected with their family. They're struggling with time and self-care. And they're often not feeling that happy at the end of the day. So they've learned to kind of compartmentalize, right? Feel really good here and be kind of okay that this area is not that great. There's a way of having it all. There is a way of reaching your level of success and continuing to push that bar, but also gain and feel that feeling of fulfillment, that you're living each day to the best of you, not to just one area of that's the best of you. So we're going to start in here, okay? As always, when you're on my podcast, you can take out paper and pen. I want you to do a little reflection. This is going to help you greatly, especially as you start to take in the tips that we're going to talk about in part 2. But right now, it's about assessing where are you at. So first off, let's talk about clarity. Are you clear? Are you clear on the goals that you're working towards? Are you clear in terms of what success means to you? Everyone has a different definition. Success just all around family? Is it all around friends? Is it business? Is it being able to do both? I want you to expand yourself here and not just think about what you've defined it as right now, because sometimes we lower our bar to make ourselves feel better, but that's not the best of us. I want you to think about you being your boldest self, of you already kind of looking down the road 10 years from now. What's your life look like? Are you on the path to getting to that life? Are you living as your boldest and your best self? So start to think about your level of clarity. Give yourself a rating, 1 to 10. 10 being extremely clear. You know exactly what you're working towards. You've already started to hit and achieve some of those milestones. You're clear on where you stand financially. You're clear on where you stand with your family. You're clear on what you want. Maybe you don't have a partnership right now, but you're clear on what it is that you want in the future. Look at all the different life arenas and really gauge, are you clear? Are you clear on mission and purpose? Are you doing your life's work? And if not, are you able to find that meaning and purpose somewhere else doing something else? Do you feel fulfilled at the end of the day? Write it down. All right. This is super important. So, next one, what I want you to really think about is your levels of energy. Are you taking care of yourself? Do you have consistent habits in place that really encompass your self-care? How are you doing with your nutrition, with your exercise, with your personal development? How are you doing with drinking water? One I always like to throw in there is really, what are your levels of stress at? Because it's hard to have a lot of great energy and for you to be able to generate that on a whim when you need it, when you've got a lot of stress in your life. You're going to see how this all connects together. Because when you lack energy, sometimes it's because you're not clear. The more you become clear, the better choices you can make. So, what would you rate yourself in terms of consistent energy and self-care in your life? 10 being the highest mark, 1 being the lowest. Write it down. What comes to your mind? What are some successes you're having? What are some areas that you really need to put some focus in on? If you had more time, if you had more bandwidth, right? When we go into those thoughts of if only, but it can be, you need to be making different decisions, right? So, third category, I want you to really evaluate how you are showing up as your most courageous self in life. When you think of how far you can kind of press yourself, are you there? Where are you holding back? Again, kind of going back to those life arenas that we talked about with clarity. Where are you holding back there because of a lack of courage? Where you know you can do better, where you know you can show up as your best self, but you're choosing not to. Or there might just be something that is missing. Support, experience, knowledge. What's missing for you there to be able to step your game up with courage, to be your most authentic self, your most bold self? Are your goals big enough? Are you hesitating to move forward? Are you falling in on excuses? This is your time to drop that and just to look at where life is right now. This is about moving forward, about your best self. And it's possible, right? So write it down, 1 to 10, 10 being your boldest, most consistent self. Where are you at and what comes up for you? Write some areas down that you're feeling very successful in, some areas that you're like, I am just not stepping up my game here. This is where the power is. Don't avoid going to the places where maybe you're not feeling the best about yourself. That's where you need to be. Right? Awesome. So, next one, productivity. Huge topic. In order for you to generate more time in your life, not only do you need to assess your habits and your disciplines, but you also need to be able to understand what needs to either be cut, modified, where your priorities really lie. This connects right back to courage, back to energy, right? Because when we are in a place where we're holding on to stress and situations and we feel obliged or we feel like we have to do something, or we don't have the heart to cut it, but it's not leading us to our best self and it's not aligned with our goals, and we're kind of feeling resentful a little bit, then you can imagine it's affecting your energy. You can imagine there might be a lack of clarity there. And it really is where we're falling back into being our smallest self. The one that makes choices based on fears and doubts and all that noise that's happening in our mind. Because this is what it's all about. Mastering your mindset, it's about moving forward in each one of these areas. So, productivity, where are you at? We all have the same amount of hours during the day. Some people use it really well, other people don't. You're able to generate more time in your life, but your desire to do so needs to be greater than your desire to want to stay the same. So write it down, 1 to 10. What's coming up for you? Are there certain areas where you're feeling stuck, where you actually don't even see a solution? There's not a possibility there. This happens sometimes. Write it down. I also want you to equally start to dig into, what do you feel really proud of? It is really important and crucial that we are able to see in every single area of our life where we are succeeding, even if it's small steps. One step is better than none. You got to start somewhere. So give yourself that credit. Be your biggest cheerleader. All right. Last one, influence. Are you generating the influence that you need in your life to be able to move yourself forward with confidence, with grace, with persuasion, right? Some people are like, I don't like the word influence. I really want to press you here. Influence is a beautiful thing when you connect it to amazing intentions and worthwhile goals and something that you believe in, a mission, a purpose. And we're generating influence all the time. I use influence all the time with my children. So it's, do you feel good and strong and confident to be able to get the results that you need to in life? And that might mean be asking for more support. That might mean, stepping up your game and being able to sell, depending on what it is that you do for work. Where are you holding back that just 10% more influence would bring you to a place that would change the dynamics of your life, that would influence the results of your life financially, that would influence the results of your relationships? Because influence is connected to communication. It's how we show up and are able to stand forth in an authentic way. Not just to lose our tempers, react badly, be in complete autopilot where we're not in control, we're not in the driver's seat. This is about full confidence, being able to show up in a way that's constructive, in control, where you can feel really good about it. So I want you to think about, where do you stand here and your level of influence in your life? And you may break it down into a few categories, communication, in terms of career, like you can break that down. But 1 out of 10, give yourself a rating. It's not about getting too crazy of it being the perfect score. This is just for you to have a benchmark, something to look at, to see, okay, well then, what do I need to do in each one of these areas to be able to move things forward? And that's my challenge to you. I want you to write down one step or choice in every single one of these categories that we went through. What would be that one thing that you need to start doing right away to move yourself forward, to bring that 7 to an 8 or 7 to a 7.5? Challenge yourself. This is how you get things started. This is how you start to master your mindset and really level yourself up. If you're in a place where you've got, strong business goals, don't play small. What you're going to be learning is how to develop a 7-figure mindset with fulfillment. It's not at the cost of something. It's creating a life where you're able to show up and achieve the results that you're looking for with confidence, but while being able to balance the other areas of your life. And I'm here to help you, to help guide you and coach you through that process. So Take some time to reflect in on everything that we've talked about. Listen to it again if you need to. Next time, we're going to be digging into some further steps that you're going to do and really connect this into the mindset piece. How do you need to take what you've just learned and move yourself forward? So come check it out. Not only do you have my tools in terms of our podcast here, Change by Choice, you've also got my Facebook page, which is Charlotte Pro Change by Choice. There you'll see all the different tools that I have that I give to my tribe so that they have the tools to be able to succeed. So go check it out. There are some amazing free downloads. You can be a part of my members lounge, which is all my free content and gifts all in one spot. I'll actually drop it in the link down below if that's something that you want to be a part of. And just remember, forward is forward. Change happens one choice at a time. And so let's get this started. Let's head into this next month with more, persistence, with more focus, and with more perseverance. All right? Hope you guys have an amazing week, and I'll see you in the next episode.